So, kind of a cool story here, and important news for people that live, for progressives that live in Kansas. So, right now there's going to be a Friday rally in Wichita, Kansas, which Friday is tomorrow as I'm recording this, and it's going to be hosted by Bernie Sanders and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and they're there to promote this dude here, James Thompson. He's a Justice Democrat running for Kansas fourth district. James is a civil rights lawyer who pulled himself out of poverty and homelessness through hard work, education, and service as an Army infantryman in the Presidential Honor Guard. He has fought against homelessness and for equality for all in the working class communities of his district throughout his entire career. James is bringing that tireless energy to his campaign against a vulnerable incumbent who is bought and paid by the Koch brothers. Now, the cool part of the story here is they had to actually move where the rally's being held. So it was initially going to be held in the it's being moved to the Century 2 Convention and Performing Arts Center, but it was going to be held in the Orpheum, which holds 1,000 people. So it's now being moved to the Century 2 Convention and Performing Arts Center that holds 5,000 people. Now, this is in the middle of Kansas. You know, if you told the mainstream news, if you told MSNBC that Kansas is going crazy for Bernie Sanders and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, they would think you're nuts. But that is currently what's happening right now in Kansas. So if you happen to be in Kansas, make sure you go to this event on Friday. Let me put up some more information here. Actually, before I get to that, so the initial signups for tickets for the event exceeded capacity within 10 hours of the announcement. So they announced the rally. 10 hours later, they already went over the 1,000 people that would have been that the Orpheum would have been able to hold. So that's why they moved venues. Now, let me give you a little more detail here. So this is from the Wichita Eagle. With the larger venue, the campaign is no longer requiring tickets be obtained in advance and is inviting anyone who wants to come. Sanders and Ocasio-Cortez are expected to speak at 1 p.m. at Century 2 225 West Douglas, with doors opening at 11:30 a.m., and it's suggested that people show up early to get the best seats. So if you happen to live in and around Wichita, go to this event. There hopefully should now be enough space for you to get in. Now, that isn't the only event being held in Kansas that day. They're also going to be, Bernie and Ocasio-Cortez are also doing an event for Brent Welder, who is another Justice Democrat. And here are some of the details of that here. So that's happening also, as I said, on Friday, with doors opening at 5 p.m. and the program starting at 6 p.m. And that's at the Reardon Convention Center at 520 Minnesota Avenue, Kansas City, Kansas. So if you don't know Brent Welder, he is running for Kansas 3rd District. He is a labor lawyer and national workers' rights advocate running for Congress in Kansas 3rd District because billionaires and giant corporations have too much control over our government. His platform includes fighting for a $15 an hour living wage, Medicare for all, and a refusal to accept any corporate PAC or lobbyist money for his campaign. And that actually applies to all the Justice Democrats. So none of them take corporate PAC money. So you know that when you donate to them and vote for them, that these candidates are actually fighting for you. Now, this is the actual, I think August 7th is the actual primary date. So this is the time now to really get involved. And if you're in Kansas, think about volunteering and phone banking and actually trying to inform people about these progressives who are fighting for real people and not taking corporate PAC money.